Welcome to 24 Days of Drops, an Animal Crossing New Horizons advent calendar that reveals a new build for differently themed island entrants each day until Christmas. Are you ready for today's theme? Hello, and welcome to day number 9 today. Today's day number 8. Oh my god, what is so difficult about getting the fucking day right, Nina? Please. If you can hear it in my voice, I am very, very sorry. I am currently sick. Which is also why there's probably not going to be too many fun little knickknacks and zooms because I'm literally just going to record the voiceover, listen to it back one more time, and I'm going to edit out all my sniffling. And then I'm going to yeet this one up on YouTube, because the perks of doing a daily series like this is if you are sick for a week and you cannot leave your fucking bed, then you will lose your week of head start. So that is wonderful. So if you hear any kind of weird noises that you usually wouldn't hear because I edit them out, I'm very sorry. Okay, today is the non-filtered Nina again. Stunning. But welcome. I hope you had a wonderful week so far. Today we are working on an island entrance that is inspired by a game that I've played recently. I feel like this is becoming a fairly common thing now with, you know, The Last of Us and some other games that, oh my god, I nearly spoiled something. Oh my god, there's definitely going to be 2 more island entrances that are inspired by games. Plus this one, because this one is inspired by Lara Croft, aka Tomb Raider. I think it's called, like, I always want to say Shadow Legends, but that's not what it's called. I have no idea what it's called. But it features, in the beginning of the game, I nearly said movie, it features a scene in Mexico at the festival. It's not really a festival, but it's the festivities of the Day of the Dead, and that very much inspired me to do an island entrance like it. I don't do well with city builds. I think we've all established this so far, unless it's like an overgrown city, which I feel like is cheating for like a city build. So this has definitely been a ride of coming together. So I kept in a lot of my thought process of me, you know, exchanging things, but I also edited a lot out because this was very finicky, and I actually spent an entire day building this, but I really enjoy the feel of this. I wanted to set this at like when the sun was just about to go down, so that it had this like warm glow and it felt very hot. And I also set this to the end of November, or like mid-end of November, so that the grass was extremely yellow and it just gave it that extra kind of hot dry feel, because that to me just worked quite well. It may not to you, okay, but to me this is the only way that you can really illustrate heat in this game. So this is what we're going to go with. But welcome again. We are now 3 minutes into the video. I hope you've been well. Just a quick update, since I've said a couple of times in the last few builds that I think I have coronavirus. Well, apparently all my tests came back negative, even though I feel exactly the way I felt when I last had coronavirus. So I have been negative though, so even though I haven't tested myself the past few days, so maybe it is I have no idea. But I've just been very sick. I've been like, you know, nose has been icky, throat has been icky, everything's been icky. I've had a fever. I couldn't really move because I got dizzy. So, you know, I'm happy that this is now slowly fading away, because I want to get back to streaming. I want to get back to recording properly, because it's really, I can't lie, it's really bugging me that I'm losing my head start that I worked so hard to get with this. Like, I had like 8 videos scheduled, or like 7, and then the 8th wasn't, and then the 9th is scheduled again. So tomorrow you're probably going to hear a very clear voice again, and then on day 10 you're probably going to hear a little froggy voice again, which is stunning. You know, we love that very, very much. But I hope that you've been cozy and healthy and all that good stuff, and I hope that you spent a lovely time with your family. If you are in Europe or in Germany at least, I hope that you had a wonderful Nikolaus Day, which I think it's Father Christmas to anyone speaking English, which is the 6th of December. and I hope that you had a wonderful day 2 days ago. But since I didn't get to speak to you sort of live, I wanted to belatedly congratulate you for that day. I have no idea. And now we are exchanging these castle walls. It's been a while since I've built this, so we're experiencing this together. Isn't that fun? It is very fun and dandy. Hold.
2 very boring minutes later.
Jesus. Oh my god. Don't even know how I'm speaking right now, because I haven't been, like, my voice has been very weird the past few days. I haven't been speaking a lot. I haven't been playing any games except for I recorded one build that I felt sort of inspired to do. So I wanted to at least get one of those down, because I'm not sure if you're the same, but not doing anything stresses me the fuck out. It stresses me out so much. I'd rather be stressed from work than stressed from not working, thinking about what I should be doing, which is definitely not a healthy, sustainable way of working. But, you know, I feel like I can't be the only one. I cannot be the only one. And I don't think I am. Because I feel like, you know, the more I stream and the more I talk to you lot, I feel like many of us are very alike. And I love that. But in this matter, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to go through this, right? But now we are on to detailing this up. I had, at first, by the way, in the end, we're going to... Can I maybe like form a sentence that actually makes sense? In the beginning, you saw a little montage of this finished build. Now, you could see that we used different custom codes, and we are going to be replacing all of these at the end. You're not going to see me exchange any of them because I just overwrote them, so they're automatically exchanged themselves kind of in the correct spot. You're only going to see me add some more details with certain new codes. So I didn't feel like this worked quite well. I feel like the color palette was off because of the paths that I used. So in the end, we're going to use a more kind of orangey brick tone, and I enjoy a lot more. It's like this terracotta kind of color, so I'm gonna go with a ton of that, and also some more traditional, quote unquote, in air quotes, the biggest air quotes, traditional kind of fabrics on the different stars and stuff, because I wanted you to be able to get like tons of flowers and candles, and also those skulls, because if you're not aware, those skulls I think are supposed to either just be decorations, or they are supposed to go on the different tombstones, because to my understanding, the Day of the Dead is the day where people honor the dead, so they go and visit gravestones, and there's tons of candles around, and you know, it's just a day to commemorate the fallen people, I guess. So I wanted to also illustrate that. I did in the end keep only one of those skull radios, because I don't really love how the top looks, that it actually looks like a radio. I wish that you could just close it up, but sadly that's not possible. So I only used that grey one. I did actually realize that we have like a mask that goes quite well with the Day of the Dead, and you could have easily just placed those down by hiding the little mannequin head thingy that it comes with, but my brain was not fast enough that day, because this took me like hours and hours and hours, and it was very finicky, and I didn't really know what I was doing as I was doing it. So there was a lot of trial and error. That is also why I probably didn't think to use any of the masks. But you know, I'm not too mad about it in the end. Also, why is this in? Why did I not edit this out? This is so weird. I thought I edited this out. Let me actually edit this out. This is disgusting. I mean, you didn't even see it, but I just fidgeted with a lot of different variations for that castle arch there with the ruined arch in front. I wanted to have like a gravestone behind it, like between the different arches I wanted to have like a plain party lights art, but it all didn't work out, so I decided to edit it out, because it was just a lot of finicking for nothing, really. So, you know, just so you know, if you want to try that out and you think, oh, why didn't you use, I don't know, plain party lights arch there? It looked like shit. That's why I didn't use it, okay? Even though, you know, you never really tell me what to do. You're always very loving and very wonderful, and I love you all dearly. And obviously, I'm very welcome. I'm very welcome. I am very welcoming to any of your guys' opinions. Is that a sentence that could be formed? I'm not sure if that's actually a sentence, but oh well, you know, you can never be sure what actually works in this language? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, so we are onto the backside here, and I wanted this specific area. First, I wanted this to be like a walkthrough to go into like a different area that was completely blocked off from the entrance, because in the game, one of your first missions, quote unquote missions, after you like enter the city is to kind of find a way above the fence. Kind of like you see this thingy behind the archway that's leading to the left, and that kind of leads you to like a graveyard. So initially that was my plan, to do something like that, but you know, inspiration hits and you just do whatever feels right. So I didn't really stick with that idea, because it was also quite difficult to do like a secret kind of passage that actually makes sense as a secret passage in Animal Crossing. So I decided to just do a little kind of memorial thingy for like special tombstones. Maybe that's for like, I don't know, the mayors or whatever of the city. I have no idea at all, but I really like that little caged in bit, and I thought that maybe to the left you could have like an incline in the end. You know, if you were to continue an island like this, I felt like maybe you could have an incline there, maybe a brick incline, something like that, because I feel like the brick could go really, really well with that terracotta type of thing. Even though, do we have oh no, we have terracotta pathing, but we do not have any terracotta incline. That's a shame, actually. Imagine a very smooth terracotta incline where either you had like beautifully decorated or painted tiles, or it was just this very smooth kind of staircase where you don't really have certain tiles. It's just like formed from terracotta, full staircase. Oh my god, that would be beautiful. You know how you think of those Greek in Mykonos, how you have those like white, very smooth kind of floors in certain of the villas, that will be stunning, but in like a terracotta tone. Oh my god, why am I going on about fictional made up staircases that we're never gonna get? Nina, please don't hurt yourself like that, my love. Please, it's only gonna bring you pain, okay? And then towards the back here, this is definitely just kind of makeshifty decorations, but I didn't want this to look empty as you walked past. So you could really just do whatever you want in here. I just kind of didn't want it to look empty in the final walkthrough. So this is not really part of the build itself. I just wanted this, again, to not look empty. So I just threw in a couple of barrels, a couple of tombstones, and you know, all those cute little decorations, right? And then I also decided that I wanted to have some yellow bits. So now I'm actually cleaning up the color palette a lot. So I'm going to be using some yellow pumpkins, because I feel like I cannot do a build without pumpkin items anymore. The spooky set is just so beautiful, and I'm so glad that we got it. And I don't know, I just love it very, very. Oh, hold, I can sense a cough coming up. Jesus, I need to chug some holy water. I think that was the devil speaking out to me. I don't even know why I always do these like kind of religious references. I am the least religious person you'll probably ever meet. Like, I don't believe in that at all. I don't have any problems when you believe in God. Like, my whole family is Christian, but I don't believe in it at all. And I always keep making these, not jokes, but like just like saying stuff as if I was super duper Christian. That's an actual term that exists. But I'm sorry, okay? I'm not trying to be offensive, but technically I am still Christian, so maybe I can make jokes about it because of that. Because, you know, my passport says I'm Christian, right? So I can technically make jokes about it, right? Yeah, I think so. Why am I going on about this? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be offensive. I really am not. I should probably just go and talk about the build, because back here I was thinking that I wanted to have like a nice little skyline as a backdrop, because it felt a bit flat, and I thought that maybe if you panned your camera up, it would be nice to have an actual kind of skyline. But the thing I didn't think about was that from afar, you could only, like, the first wall of castle walls that you saw was the first row of castle walls that I used, and then we still have that courtyard, and then we have another row of castle walls, so you can't really see this backdrop as much. I still like the idea of it, but it isn't really effective because you can't really see it that well. So if you were to replicate something of this, I'd probably, I mean, you could still do this because, you know, you'd probably want to have a backdrop nonetheless, because you're not only doing this for the entrance. But yeah, I feel like you could definitely do some more with this. And I know that these pumpkins to the left are not turned around, and you can technically see the faces that are very, very significantly Halloween, but I didn't really care. I felt like they still kind of worked with the lights at least coming from them. And then I also wanted to sort of decorate the fringes of the beach, just so that it didn't feel as empty. And now we are onto the final bit, so I'm just going to be sprinkling in some more of these kind of unique tiles. Not really unique, because I'm going to be placing like 30 of them, but those more like decorative tiles within the actual normal terracotta tiles. And then I am already done with this build. I really hope that you enjoyed it. It's definitely very different from our usual style, but I hope that I got the vibe across. Also, sorry if this is, you know, not representative of the actual Day of the Dead at all. To anyone who celebrates that day or is from that culture, I'm very, very sorry. Please educate me in the comments. But yeah, I just hope that you enjoy the build nonetheless, and I shall see you tomorrow for another build. I nearly spoiled the theme for another build. So take care of yourself, my love. And yeah, bye-bye.